Joined with head men's basketball coach Mike Schauer after his team's 81-53 victory over Millikin in the CCIW Tournament quarterfinals. Coach, your team got off to a quick start after having a layoff, and that seemed to really give you guys a boost to make it through the game today.
Yeah, I think I told you on the broadcast after the game. This game had me very concerned for two reasons. One, Millikin is better than their record indicates. They've had a lot of games, including here against us the first time, that were pretty competitive games and chances to win, and obviously beat a very good North Central team. But the biggest concern I had is we had only played one game in the previous 13 days. That's really unusual at this point in the season. And even after 28 years of coaching, I've never experienced how to get a team prepared after coming out of quarantine. So we didn't have a full week. We only had really 2 full practices before we were really ready to play. And I thought our guys had 2 good days. We didn't look very good in practice. And so I thought Gavin Hawkins hitting back-to-back threes, settled us a little bit. And, my biggest concern was the ability to make shots because your legs start to go. And, Gavin hit shots early, and then really, our business isn't complicated. If you have good guard play, you have a chance. And obviously, Ye and Tyson are about as good as our level has to offer. And I thought Ye was dominant in the first half, and Tyson was dominant in the second half.
You guys had some foul trouble, so you had to go deep in the bench. You get big minutes from Nate Chavello and a lot of the bench guys who you don't normally see a whole lot of. You talked after the game that you thought that would benefit you as you move forward, getting that many guys into the game.
It did. I think it forced me to kind of rest some guys a little bit too. And, Nick's going to be a really good player. A lot of times when you have a team as good as ours, those freshmen don't get minutes because they're behind all conference level players, and that's certainly the case with Nick. He's going to be a very, very good player for Wheaton. And you think back, I saw a video of us playing 2 years ago in 2019, and we had a timeout late in the game, and standing in the timeout huddle, not in the game, was Cade and Tyson and Gavin and Colin Uvegas and all these guys who have become really key players on this team. Were not significant contributors in terms of minutes on that team. Nick's going to kind of fall into the same category. One of the reasons we're going to think this team is pretty good as we look back is a guy like Nick is going to become a really good player, an all-conference caliber player in our league a couple of years from now.
You talk about just kind of the irregularities of the season, and now you get prepared for Augustine in the conference semis. You've only seen them once. It was the first game of the year, so it's a little bit different to scout a team when you haven't played them the 2 times through like you normally would have.
Yeah, very different, and I don't know how much that game means. At that point, nobody really had any idea who any of us were at that point. I knew we had a chance to be pretty good. I actually think when they walked out of here a little more discouraged than I think they should have been. I could tell then, I think they're 7-4 now, I could tell then they were going to be a pretty good team because they had, they've got some of the things you need. They've got some good guard play. They've got a couple forwards that can really contribute. He's playing a little bit differently now, different people a little bit than what he played, at the tail end of January. So another big challenge. But to be honest, if we get to tip it up on Tuesday night, I don't care who it is. We're excited to play and trying to not look at the game as a conference semifinal game, but really just another opportunity to compete and do something we enjoy.